You know, this particular mother was shot and killed by her boyfriend. Take a listen to the story.
Family of a man shot and killed outside of Palmetto Elementary School says they are devastated after her murder.
The family tells us that the suspected shooter and the victim had dated for 2 years and even had a son together. Let's get out to Fox 5's Angelique Proctor on top of this story for us. All new at 5 tonight. Angelique?
Yes, good evening to you both. Ebony Anderson's family tells me they are really lost for words. They told me today that she was actually door dashing yesterday when she was shot and killed. They also say it was her boyfriend who pulled the trigger.
It's been really tough. Trying to hold it together. My wife, she's taking it hard. It's a sad situation.
Ebony Anderson's stepfather says he is still trying to put all of the pieces together on how his 34-year-old stepdaughter was shot and killed in front of Palmetto Elementary School while door dashing with her boyfriend, Christopher Ates. Fulton County Police say the mother was heading back to her car when Ates, with the couple's 17-month-old son in the vehicle, opened fire.
And at that time, she was, we believe, DoorDashing or Uber Eats, and when this happened, so no kids there of hers attended that school. So the only thing I can think of, teachers want to eat outside of the cafeteria food.
Tell us a little bit about Ebony.
A loving, caring mother, sister, very quiet, as far as she was bubbly, but quiet and nice.
Ebony had twin sons who were 8 years old and the son with AIDS. The family says Ates had served time in prison, was homeless, and in their opinion was really bringing Ebony down. Her stepfather says, unfortunately, he could see an ending like this coming. This Christopher Ates, this was her boyfriend.
Yes.
Was the family not supportive of the relationship?
No, but it was something that she chose in life to be with, and this is the results.
And what tragic results. She leaves behind 3 young sons, twins who are 8 years old, and then the 17-month-old that she had with suspect Ates. That is the very latest. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Angelique, thanks.
You see, a lot of us, we really don't understand how serious life is. You have a mother pretty much gunned down by her boyfriend in front of a school. And one key thing that we can actually gain from this entire situation is this. The stepfather was asked the question, was the family, I guess, supportive of their union, their relationship? He said no. No. This man was in and out of prison, homeless, but she still decided to have a union with him, a relationship with him. And I think that if there's anything we can learn from a story like this, is the importance of having family involved. A lot of times your family will be like, I don't think that guy is a good fit. I don't think that guy is good. Because, it's easy to blame the guy. We know he's a monster. We know that already because, her kids was there. And at the same time, there got to be accountability. People have to have accountability for the people that they choose to be with. A lot of times when we talk about these topics, people say stuff like, oh, you're victim shaming and you're this and you're that. I'm just reporting the news. And when we report on stories like this, we have to think logically. We have to make the most sense of the situation and find out what we can do to improve. You have a lot of women that are currently in relationships right now that are bad relationships. And a lot of these relationships can end just like this. And that is not something you want. You don't want your face to be on the next news story where we're covering the news and you're the one that we're talking about. This story could have been a little different if the woman would have made a better choice in terms of getting away from this guy. She was out there, working, doing what she had to do. Then an argument pops up. And because a lot of times women get with men that are no good, we hear these unfortunate stories. And, I'm tired of hearing about these stories. I'm really tired of the fact that so many women are, they're giving their energy to men that are monsters. And they're having children with these men rather than getting with a man that is going to take care of them, a man that's going to love them. They get with guys that don't value them, don't even value the kids. And we hear this all the time, and it's unfortunate. My thing is, I'm just hoping that as you listen to this particular video, especially if you're a woman, and you know that you're in a situation like this where you're with a man that is on edge, he put his hands on you, he verbally abused you, he's always threatening to harm you if you dare leave him, you got to get away. You got to get the help you need. You need to get out of that situation as fast as you can, because this is happening far too often, and a lot of women are literally losing their lives over men that don't love them. You can't tell me that guy loved that woman. He never loved her. He was bad news from the beginning. But we have to be accountable. So if you're a woman and you're viewing this video right now, and you know you're with a man that is no good, a man that's on the edge, can you be honest? Can you be accountable and say, you know what? I appreciate the commentary. I appreciate the fact that you're concerned about the situation. What advice do you have? I mean, I'm with a man that's, he's on edge. He's no good. We're like, what should I do, Ringo? What should I do? Well, first thing you have to do is you have to leave. So if you're with a guy and you know he's the type of man that would want to harm you, if he knew you were leaving, you're going to have to plan this thing out really good, because most of the times women be living with men in order to protect the kids, or sometimes you might have a guy that's living with you and he is mooching off of your work, the fact that you do what you do, and he's kind of just there and he don't want to go. I suggest that in a situation like that, you plan your escape. In other words, he's not home, he's probably at work, whatever the case is, but you already have everything set up and planned. As soon as he leave the house, you're supposed to gather your things, pack the kids up, and then leave. It's the best thing to do, because if you stay there, if you continue in that situation, you're going to cause nothing but problems. And that is an issue you don't want. You don't want to put yourself in a situation like that where you get with a man and he's not the type of guy that's going to have a conversation. Instead, he's just going to attack you and kill you. You don't want to be that kind of woman who put yourself in that type of situation. So I really want you ladies to take the advice of what I'm saying, is that you have to escape and you have to get the proper help that you need, because it could be a dangerous thing. It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? A lot of times people will say you need to leave, you need to get away, but they're not in that situation. A lot of women try to leave and they end up dead. So you have to get out of the environment when the man is not there. In other words, he went to work or he's out with his friends. You already planned days in advance. You got your things packed, you got your kids' stuff packed. As soon as he leave and you know he gone, pack your stuff and disappear. Get with your family, get an order of protection. And it's not just getting the order of protection, because sometimes that don't even help. Sometimes you can have police reports, you can contact law enforcement and still end up dead. So you need to have a circle of family, friends that are really supportive and want to see you in a good situation. Because again, this lady was shot, she was killed, and she have kids with this man. She have kids with him, so he didn't care about the kids. He didn't care about her. He didn't care about the kids. And now the children are without a mom now, all because of a man that is just a ruthless, evil individual. So we're going to take a listen to the story one more time, guys, and kind of break it down piece by piece and then close out.
Family of a man shot and killed outside a Palmetto Elementary School says they are devastated after her murder.
The family tells us that the suspected shooter and the victim had dated for 2 years and
2 years they dated. They dated for 2 years, guys. So for 2 years, she was enduring a man that is no good.
even had a son together.
And had a son together. This is the problem, guys. We have to do better in 2026, ladies. There are too many of you in relationships just like this, where you're with a man that is a monster. He don't love you, but you give this man children. This type of stuff got to stop, guys. Like, seriously, they got to stop.
At the Fox 5's Angelique Proctor on top of this story for us. All new at 5 tonight. Angelique?
Yes, good evening to you both. Ebony Anderson's family tells me they are really lost for words. They told me today that she was actually door dashing yesterday when she was shot and killed.
Door dashing, trying to provide, trying to pay the bills, and got unalived by her boyfriend. You're out there trying to work, trying to provide, trying to do what you need to do to survive. And the one that's supposed to love you, he ended up killing you. Make that make sense.
They also say it was her boyfriend who pulled the trigger.
It's been really tough. Trying to hold it together. My wife, she's taking it hard. It's a sad situation.
It's a sad situation because, once again, a mother of 3 dedicated her life being with a man that didn't love her. We hear these stories all the time. When is it gonna end? There gotta be accountability on both parts. We know the men that do these things are animals. We know that already. We just can't keep calling the men animals and saying these men are horrible. Yes, they're horrible. At the same time, what about accountability on a woman's part? On choosing the right man, getting her family involved so that there is a wall of protection around her. A lot of times, people don't even think about none of these things until it's too late. That's the only time.
Ebony Anderson's stepfather says he is still trying to put all of the pieces together on how his 34-year-old stepdaughter was shot and killed.
34 years old, and she's dead.
In front of Palmetto Elementary School while door dashing with her boyfriend, Christopher Yates.
Just look at the guy. If you just look at this man, you know he's a monster. You already know he's a monster, ladies. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you're with an animal like this guy? Why would you do that?
Fulton County Police say the mother was heading back to her car when Yates, with the couple's 17-month-old son in the vehicle, opened fire.
So she's heading back to her vehicle. The 17-month-old child is in the vehicle. This animal decides to put a bullet in the mother, ending her life while the baby is in the vehicle. Ladies, you got to choose better men. Do not come here to become emotional because the woman is dead and you're acting as if though I'm at fault. I am simply offering you the advice. There gotta be accountability on the part of women when it comes to choosing men. Your family need to be involved. You need to make better choices. And if a man is no good, you need to leave. Stop having children with men that are no good. Come on now. This stuff got to stop, ladies.
And at that time, she was, we believe, DoorDashing or Uber Eats, and when this happened, so no kids there of hers attended that school. So the only thing I can think of, teachers want to eat outside of the cafeteria food.
So she was pretty much DoorDashing, went to the school to deliver, you know, the meals or whatever the case is. Maybe the teachers had like a bulk order or whatever the case is, and then he decides to do this right there by the school, in front of kids too. That's crazy.
That's a little bit about Ebony.
A loving, caring mother, sister, very quiet, you know, as far as she was bubbly, but quiet and nice.
Ebony had twin sons who were 8 years old and the son with AIDS. The family says AIDS had served time in prison, was homeless, and in their opinion was really bringing Ebony down.
Bringing Ebony down. How many of you ladies are dealing with a man right now who is bringing you down? But you still with him. She already had 2 twin sons. She had a son with that monster. He's bringing her down. Normally the family knows, and they try to give you the advice you need, but you won't take the advice. I'm pretty sure said woman was told by family members, you need to let this guy go. You don't need him in your life, and she remained with him.
Her stepfather says, unfortunately, he could see an ending like this coming. This Christopher Yates, this was her boyfriend.
Yes.
Was the family not supportive of the relationship? I mean, just...
No.
You see that? Was the family supportive of the relationship? Stepdad says no. Family was not supportive of the relationship. And I think that is the moral of the story. A lot of times, family is not supportive of the relationships. Sometimes you could be with a good man and your family is not supportive. Sometimes you could be with a man that is good for you. And because he don't make a certain amount of money, the family is not supportive. Sometimes you could be a woman and you find interest in a man and you would like to be with him, but your family, they judging him by his money. So you don't pursue the man because you don't want to disappoint your loved ones. And most of the time, unfortunately, women are with men that are no good. And that becomes problematic. Let's go. Let's get back to the story.
But it was something that she chose in life to be with, and this is the results.
Do you hear that? It was something that she chose in life. The family wasn't too fond of the guy that she was with, but it's something that she chose in life. She chose to be with that man. And that is what we all got to learn from this story. So if you're a woman who is in an abusive relationship, or you have a sketchy baby daddy and you're not sure how you're going to make it, what you're going to do to survive, you got to plan a way to escape. You got to get the proper resources implemented so you can leave. Even if you have to leave the state, change your name, whatever the case is, because some of these guys, they just won't take no for an answer. You know, they won't take no for an answer, and they will still try to harm you if they can't be with you.
And what tragic results. She leaves behind 3 young sons, twins who are 8 years old, and then the 17-month-old that she had with suspect AIDS.
17-month-old, brand new baby child, 17-month-old. Wow. With a man that is a monster. And now who's going to raise those kids if she's gone? Who's taking them in? The stepdad? Come on, man. This is just a bad story, man.
That is the very latest. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Angelique, thanks.
So, guys, that's about it for now. My final thoughts on the situation is relationships can be tough. It can be challenging. It could also be tragic. This is why having the right kind of people is very important. Choosing wisely. So to all ladies, be accountable. Moving forward. Learn from the stories. Be accountable. Take inventory of your life. If you realize that a guy is not good, leave. Don't even have children with him, because that's a way he can attach himself to you and always be in your world. You know, there's a lot of bad men in this world, ladies, a lot. And a lot of times we hear these stories and these women keep choosing men that are no good. So choose wisely, ladies. Hype the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Support the shows, guys. And I'll catch you in the next video. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think of the show. I'm out. Peace.